So we're going to check on some rent houses. We had one interesting situation. A woman that had lived there, she didn't pay her rent. She's on a fixed income, never late, never a problem. And then all of a sudden, I didn't receive a rent payment from her, which is unusual for her because she always pays on time. So, long story short, come to find out she was sick and in the hospital and ended up passing away. So we're going to go check on that one. This will be the first time going in this house since it's been emptied by her family and cleaned out. They said it's ready to go. So we're going to go in and check it out. And then we had another one. Same situation. Guy passed away. His wife called me, said her husband had passed away and that she was going to be moving back home where they were from. So we're going to go in there and check that one out too. And we're going to see what the situation is there. This will be the first time going inside these houses since tenants moved out. So you're going to get the first look at it with me, see what kind of condition they're in, see what kind of work's going to take to get them ready, and then I'll keep doing these videos. We'll see the process along the way, the work we do, and what it takes to get one ready to get back going. See what all is going to be necessary to get them re-rented. Both of the people who were living in these houses were great renters, fantastic tenants. So there's some big shoes to fill here. Obviously, we're going to do some work to them. We're going to take this chance to do the work necessary to get them up to date. And we're also going to probably be raising the rents to the next tenant because of the work that we're going to do. We like to make these houses as nice as we can without going too far over budget. You can't spend $1 million and then rent them for $700 or $800 or $900 a month. That just doesn't work out. So we try to make them as nice as we can for what we know that they can possibly rent for. And then we rent them out and try to provide a good quality house rather than a house that needs a lot of work for not very much money. I'm going for 2 weeks at a time. I have a full-time job, so I cannot afford to get those calls about leaks and problems and things like that. We have a maintenance crew that kind of helps out, but they're not like a call them at midnight type situation. So we're about to pull up to one now and check it out. So here's the house, and we're gonna go check it out. All right, so this will be the first time going in this house. But door's open, we're going in together. Let me see if I can flip this around. All right, we're gonna try again. We're gonna do away with the stick for now. I don't exactly know how to use that thing. We're gonna go from here and we're gonna take a walk around this house. So I'm gonna flip this around. Okay, so here we are, front door. Not, you know, not a terrible house, not a super dirty. It looks like they got most of the trash. We're gonna come in and we're gonna do some paint, carpet. Obviously, there's a lot of little things on the walls that need to be cleaned. Some stuff left over there. Looks like a hole in the drywall up there in the ceiling. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe she had a hanging plant or something. Kitchen. Kitchens are always the worst. You never know what you're going to find in a kitchen. Contractor's already contacted me, said, hey, we're going to need new windows over here. So I've got him set up. He's pricing windows for us. So that's on the books to get windows done. So we'll see how that turns out. The countertops in this house aren't really bad. Backsplash isn't really too bad. Couple spots in the floor here maybe we can just fill with some gap filler, because the floors really aren't terrible. Obviously they need to be cleaned, but they're decent floors. We'll put new appliances in. We'll get rid of these. They're not in terrible shape, but last thing I want to do is, there's keys that were left here. Last thing I want to do is have a call that the stove went out. They need a new stove. All this is going to get cleaned, repainted. You know, they'll sand all the cabinet doors down. They'll repaint them. You know, underneath here, pretty gross. Looks like they had some spray foam and some issues in the back there. I'll have them address that and get that fixed. Yeah. Do y'all want to open the refrigerator? You never know. Ugh. So it's pretty gross. There's no food in it, but it's not clean. So I'm going to talk with the tenant's family and see if they want the refrigerator, they can come get it. If not, I'll give it away to somebody that needs one, or I'll just throw it away. All right, had a little pause there. I had to take a phone call. Exterminator's coming right now to look at a wasp situation outside that I was made aware of. Let's go look at that real quick. So the deal is these soffits. So that's soffit. And in these corners, there is a tremendous amount of wasps. So as you can see, they're kind of all over the edges of that soffit. And then even on this end, same thing. You can't see the wasps down here, but you kind of see the gaps in the soffit. So we're going to get all new soffits. We're going to replace all that. I don't know about the ceiling fans. I mean, they work. We're going to replace the air duct covers. The ceiling fans aren't terrible. They're a little bit outdated, but they're not awful. But they work. So bathrooms, yeah, bathrooms are always gross. They're like kitchens and bathrooms. So this one, the floor is pretty filthy. The toilet's filthy. I mean, I think it's dirty more than anything. We'll replace this whole bath surround. I'll tear all that out. Put new ones in, put new fixtures in, top and bottom. We'll try to save the tub if we can clean it. Sometimes we can even recoat them. This one doesn't look terrible as far as needing to be recoated. I think just a really good, healthy, heavy clean would take care of the bathtub itself. Same thing on the toilet. We'll probably put a brand new seat, clean it really good. And then as long as it's working properly, we'll probably leave it. Same thing here. New fixture. We'll put a new mirror, vanity mirror there, clean it really well. Maybe a new fixture here. We'll get all new switches and covers for everything to make it look good. Same thing here. We'll replace all that. Replace the acorn. We'll put new smoke detectors in the whole house. We always do that. We're going to try to clean these carpets throughout the house and hope that they make it, you know, one more tenant. Oh man, this room. So we already knew we were getting new windows, so I'm not concerned that much. As you can see, she's got plastic or had plastic covering this one. The windows are in pretty bad shape. Same thing here. You know, the windows they're just old. This is an old house. It hasn't ever been updated, or it hasn't been updated in years. So we're gonna come in and do our part and try to make it better. So we might just end up replacing this one. You can see the dust and the dirt. I mean, it could be cleaned, but it's a smaller ceiling fan anyway. And I would prefer to have like a 50-inch ceiling fan in a bedroom just because it moves more air. Bedroom number 2, same thing. It'll get new windows. It'll get cleaned really well. Probably a new ceiling fan, new air ducts, new outlets, new switches. We'll replace whatever door handles, knobs we need to. Try to update it as much as we can. And clean. Definitely got to replace that. Cabinet hallways. So this isn't terrible. I mean, it looks sturdy. That's just the covering on it. You know, we'll get in there. We'll clean that all up. We'll repaint everything. The contractors will come in. They'll sand it all down. They'll repaint it. We'll replace fixtures and stuff as needed. You know, looks like we got left with a little bit of furniture here. No big deal. Closet. I don't know what that is. Some dirt off of something. Hopefully that'll just vacuum out of there. And I'll have the guys come in. They'll fix all these cracks and they'll scrape all that out of there. Fix all that. So, you know, just a coat closet, no big deal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We went over a lot. Same thing with these windows. They're in pretty rough shape. So that's going to be the biggest expense here is the windows, replacing the soffit. You know, this heater is not very old. This was just installed, I think a year or two, a couple seasons ago. So we'll keep it, you know, but yeah, there's quite a bit of dirt, dust, quite a bit of work here. So we'll keep you updated as we go along. We'll probably have to fix some spots, maybe scrape this popcorn off and just retexture all the ceilings before we paint, get rid of the popcorn ceilings, and go from there. Let's see. Garage. You know, he built these steps for her. She was an older lady, and her brother built a little. I'm going to leave that. I mean, I think it's handy. He, you know, kind of fixed up the steps here. So, you know, I don't usually do a lot in garages because people don't really tend to use them. I mean, this one obviously has a washer and dryer hookups out here, old breaker box up there. It's dusty. Again, clean, clean, clean. I am going to get an electric garage door opener installed in here. And I don't know, we may have them come in and sand these walls and just repaint. I don't know if we'll paint the floor. You know, once we get the garage door open, we'll clean everything out in here. It's dusty and dirty. We get it cleaned. There's a box of stuff here I probably need to get rid of. Just kind of some random things in here. Trash can. Once we get it all done, you know, we may come in here and paint this garage. Who knows? So, all right, these guys are here. They're gonna spray for these wasps. Well, that was interesting. We're gonna lock up here and get out of this house, but they sprayed for wasps and did their thing. So, pretty crazy encounter with all the wasps. But we'll do some more videos coming.